What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. It has been about a week that I've picked up the camera. The last video you guys should have seen was probably the Race Wars 2022, where we got to hang out with most of the S1 built squad, which came out from Florida out here to Sonoma, California, and that event was freaking amazing. There was just so many things going on. I didn't really recap it other than just show you guys pretty much the walkthrough, but racing, limbo contest, two-step contest, model lounge, vendors, car show, cars and coffee, drifting. There was just so many things going on, guys, and I was just having a great time. I tried my best to record a few stuff here and there, and I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Now, I did take a little bit of break from recording, but I didn't really take any breaks in the garage. I've just been really trying to button up the giveaway CRX, which is resting right here, and I've just been tweaking it the last couple of days and also taking full days off just to kind of replenish my energy, because I've lost a lot of sleep during those weeks trying to prep this car for that show. But we are back here on the grind, and before we get started with today, I kind of want to talk about this really quickly. So after we were closing in on Race Wars 2022, we got to talking with S1, and they kind of want me to go to Florida for an upcoming event that they're hosting called the Block Party. And the following week, there's an event called I Love Driving Slow Summer Vibes. It's also a big show out there in Tampa, Florida. And they wanted me to be out there to hang out, to collaborate, special guests at their events. And I was like, man, you know, it's coming up really quickly. I do have events out here that kind of lands on the same day that I already paid for. Also the expenses of like getting out that way, coming back and staying over there in Florida for the entire week. It was just so much, you know, racked up on me. So I was like, let me think about it. Let me see if I can sort something out. Let me see if I can make some extra funds. Big shout out to S1 Built and also I Love Driving Slow Ross for paying for my trip to go to Florida from May 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, flying home on the 23rd. It's crazy to say, but guys, Static is going to Florida. All right, guys, so I don't know if you've seen the car in the video. The rear of the car is super high. We're talking about probably, I don't know, 4 inches in gap. So the thing is, you could adjust the coilover body and bring it down into the sleeve more to drop the car, right? The problem is, the further we go down, the further this becomes close to the axle boot. And if we do that, it defeats the purpose of this billet adapter. So the other way to lower the car is to mess with the preload and bring the middle collar and the top collar down to bring the spring down so that this can compress a little bit more to lower the car. Now, if you do it this way, you could potentially blow out your shocks a lot faster because the shock is now bottoming out all the time. And you don't want that happening, especially if it's a new coilover or whatever the case may be. You don't want to blow out your shocks faster than it should, right? The third solution here is same thing as number 2. You bring the collar down to bring the spring down to drop the body of the car, but instead of using the stock hat, you can use an extended top hat. Now, what the extended top hat does is, based off Honda Tech's thread, which I used to do back in the days DIY style, this extends the shock travel. So what that means is, when you lower the perch down, you bring the spring down, and when the car is compressed, the shock is going to go down to the body to fill the gap between the spring and the hat. Now, what this does is, the amount that you get, whatever this distance of 1.5, I believe this is 1.5 extension, you can bring the hat down 1.5 and then use this hat to compensate the amount that the shock goes into the body back out. So that way the shaft still has its full travel instead of bottoming out already 1.5 inch into the body. So what we're going to be doing here is I'm going to lower, I think I'm going to max this collar all the way down and then run the top hat, because the car has a freaking fist-sized gap, and we don't have that much adjustability. So if I want to go a little bit lower, I could remove the second collar in the middle and just bottom this one all the way out. That'll probably give me about 1.5 drop. That is literally bottomed out. This is an eBay kit I got for like 80 bucks, and it shipped literally in like 1 day from SoCal. It does come with its own brand new bump stop, which it's typically this guy here, but I'm not gonna run this large one because the car is lowered, so it might sit on top of this and cause the car to not sit lower. So we're just gonna keep the original one on. It does come with its own bushing, one top and one for the bottom, right? Although this thing is like a rock, I wonder if I can switch it. It's about the same diameter. Okay, this is a much better fit than the aftermarket one. Way better. Look at this. No bueno. It's important to use the sleeve that came off the original hat, so that way the diameter is going to fit the shaft. So you know the spring is going to be preloaded most definitely, because the threads are barely sticking out. So once you get the nut threaded on, and you shoot it down, it's going to preload that spring. Oh yes sir, that thing is loaded. All right, well, we're not gonna know what this height is gonna set the car at, but we'll adjust accordingly if we have to. Oh boy, this might be a little lower than I wanted. Got the rear suspension back on, got the wheels back on, and we are looking good. That is definitely not a fist-sized gap anymore. We have a snug 2-finger gap, and with the measuring tape from the floor to the wheel well, we're at 24 inches on both sides. Now, I did notice that this thing is pretty damn stiff. Check it out. The wagon is probably about 1/2 inch lower than what the giveaway CRX is set to, and my CRX is most definitely higher than that. The front is about the same height as the rear, except I kind of like my cars a little rake. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to lower the front about 1/2 inch, so the car is slanted like this instead of even. All right, so we get the front suspension off, driver's side, and this one's a little tricky because the body of the coilover, the bottom here, is already maxed out. You can see how it doesn't spin anymore, right? And the car had a good 2-finger gap. So I'm trying to lower it 1/2 inch more, and what I have to do right now is I have to measure the full body to know where we are currently sitting. So I'm gonna go all the way down to about right here. We are probably 13 1/16. It's not quite an 1/8, but just a little over 13 inches from top to bottom. So I'm gonna go ahead and just take this hat off, put the new one on, and then see where we sit then, and then adjust accordingly. 1/2 inch difference, if that makes any sense. So right now with the extended top hat, we are kind of back where it was from the top of the hat to the bottom of the coilover, and I'm trying to go 1/2 inch up, so I'm gonna move the collar 1/2 inch going up, and that's how much I'm gonna turn this body into the coilover. Turn the body, lock it, whoops, wrong way. And there it is, extended top hat. Hopefully we get 1/2 inch drop in the front. I'm gonna go ahead and match the other side and reinstall. eBay. Here we go. Selly sell. Okay. We're looking about the same. Let's drop that e-brake real quick. Roll it forward. Roll it backward. It still needs to brake in a little bit. Obviously, I can't drive the car right now. But it looks the same. But we definitely have a lot of adjustability to go. The front is really easy to do. I don't have to take off the suspension. I could just loosen up the 14, turn the body, adjust it accordingly, and that'll be that. All right, guys, so next day here, and I have not started on the bodywork on the car just yet. I just got back from the paint shop, got some 2-to-1 primer and sem black for all of the trims that still needs to be painted, like the door handles. I decided that I want to turn the car around before doing the bodywork because I didn't want to like sit in the sun side. I want the fender to be up in this corner here. So I'm tired of pushing the car back and forth. Instead, I am going to try to get the car turned on. So shout out to Nomis for sending me the file to download HTS. We have it set up right there. We have Team Viewer right here, and really all the car need is fuel. Plug up the ECU and see what she does. So we are running a P28 ECU with a ECU tamer installed, and also the cable is here. We have the cop kit installed there, and I just realized that I need to connect the wires. I want to give a big shout out to Nomis Industries, your boy right here. Link always in the description below for all of the ECU needs and all of the programming needs. Did you already put a map in the ECU?
The GSR in there.
Oh, this one had the GSR map in it?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's like you don't have the idle air control valve.
Yeah, it's like a struggle. Did my laptop just die?
Yep.
If it ain't one thing, it's another. Yeah, I just looked over right now and it was off. Hold on. Yo, big shout out to Nomis Industries. He helped me with a quick base map for the H2B AWD CRX, and we were able to get it to fire over with a little bit of gas added into it, and we were able to turn the car around here on the driveway. It is 11 o'clock, and I finished putting the last clear coat on the hood at 10. I did 3 coats. The first one was very light to get it tacked up. I waited about 10 minutes, and then I did the second coat. I waited 15 minutes. I did the third coat, and the only run that I have is right here on the downslope. And you can really see this because I tinted the clear with black. Now it looks good because it's darker. I wished I had tinted it more, but downfall of tinting your clear is when you have runs, you'll see that black. So you can see this little run right here. I already dabbed it a couple times with tape, but it's still a little wet earlier when I did it, so it was still running. So I'm not worried about it. I can always sand it, polish it off, not a big deal. But the downfall of painting right now, right here at the creek, out in the open, is all of the bugs and debris. So I got a bug right there, I got a bug right there, got a bug right there, and a bug up in that corner. Now I do have this giant scratch right here that goes across. I tried digging into it, but I couldn't dig it with the sandpapers that I had. I didn't want to use the more aggressive one because I didn't want to dig to the weave, but I laid 3 layers hoping to drown it out, and it kind of does. You can't really see it at some angles. You can see it here, but you can't see it there, so I'm not too worried about it. Before I wrap up this video, I did pick up 2 packages right here from the P.O. box yesterday, so let's open it up real quick. This big box right here is from Charles. Charles is a local. He has an EF hatchback. It says, "Hey Static, I was using these in my car but decided to go a different route, and I figure you can use them in one of your builds. It's a Name Tech product, and I was told to fit all the EF chassis. At Cool Kids Picks." Oh, that's pretty cool. that is a cup holder. Not entirely sure where it goes, but I would definitely hit up Nate & Tech's website and see where it mounts to. Appreciate this, Charles. Hopefully, man, we'll see your cars at the meet out here soon. Second package right here came from Dustin Norton out of Wichita, Kansas. Holy penmanship. This is pretty nice. Hope you can put this in use. It was awesome for them to let me keep this, so I only feel right passing it on. I am waiting for their timing cover oil return, then everything for my inside turbo kit is here. As always, keep making them great videos. Dustin. Oh yeah, I know what this is. I remember now. This is the tensioner timing cover for the K series. I believe he purchased the one with the drain return. Instead, they sent him just a regular block off. And he sent it my way again in hopes of me putting it to use. And you guys already know I try to use everything you guys send to the PO box, and I am most definitely going to put this on the 24 after we rebuild it. Tensioner timing cover, pretty sick. I appreciate it, Dustin. Definitely going to put it to use. So we are going to wrap it up right here. We are making a ton of progress in the right direction for the giveaway CRX to be completed, hopefully soon. If you guys enjoyed today's video, be sure to leave this video a thumbs up. And if you guys want to stick around for more progress update on the giveaway CRX, be sure to hit the subscribe button. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.